Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a great edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar. I am AJ. I am one of the moderators in this amazing chat room service that we have and provide. I want to thank you for joining us for the next 15-20 minutes. What can I say about today? Well, for me, I did not do as well as I wanted to. I initially was just killing it with my Qualcomm. I missed Noose. Even though I knew where it was going to go, I still missed the call. And I was playing Tesla because I nailed Tesla and I nailed Qualcomm. And then just, SGN didn't work. And Ralph Lauren, I wanted to go a little bit more and it didn't work. And then CSX came down a little bit more. So I ended up giving a lot of my money that I gave back. But at the end of the day, I'm still green, but just not as green as I normally like to be. Other than that, I think the calls, and I think what it was, there was just, I literally was saying this morning. There's so much money. There's just so much money, so many great ideas. I was literally a kid in a candy store. That was the morning open today. A kid in a candy store. Things were just so spot on that you could not lose unless you chased or you went too big in and you didn't let the stock, find itself. It's really important in day trading to allow it to scale in. Got to learn that that two words right there, scale in. Don't have the attitude, I want to be home run, home run, home run. And it's so funny. We preach this so much. Everyone's trying to do webinars now about not trying to do home runs. It's like, you know, be original, okay? So, but we had some really great plays today, and we called them out because we did the research this morning. I got up really early, do what I do, and read through the news. The great Gianni got up in pre-market like he always does. He led the room into some profits, especially on Fran Long. I think there was another one, GSHI, I believe it was, or GHSI. But we had some really solid wins today. So I'm going to share a few with you, and I hope you enjoy them. And if you didn't play them, well, that's why we're here. So you can play them with us tomorrow. We provide over 12 ideas every single day to everyone in the room that joins us. And we don't know what account size that you have. Therefore, you can play, you know, whatever you're working with. If you have $500 cash account with $15,000 buying power, we'll find you a trade. And today, you could have took that $500 account and made a lot of money. I'll show you. The first one, let's start with Qualcomm. This was one of my favorite calls today, and I personally played this. Qualcomm came out. There was a headline after hours yesterday that said there's a report be initiated or higher on reports that the DOJ appeals court ruling. Okay, well, in our world as day traders, you can't really, buy a stock off of reports. You have to buy off confirmation. And we understand that here. So what Qualcomm did for all of us in here was give us an opportunity. An opportunity means that we get to make money. That's what it means in Awesome Calls Trading. An opportunity means we get to have an opportunity to make money. So Qualcomm was gapping up 5 points this morning. I read the news. I understand the stock. I told everyone scale in short. The stock will, not if, could, maybe, should. No, the stock will come back down to 76.50. That's where lies Awesome Calls Trading is so different than any other chat room in the world. Because we don't do this. It could go here. If it goes here, it could go here. If it goes here, it could go hit this line. It could do it. Watch the VWAP. Watch the EMA. It could no. No. This is where it's going. Okay? It's done. How much money you want to make? Because that's where it's going. Because the news tells you where it's going. The news didn't justify the stock to be up $5 a share. I mean, you imagine $5 a share market cap, what that value is? You need confirmation. The news needs to be real. not a report. Okay, so Qualcomm was our first trade, one of our first trades, and we turned around and we looked at the gap up, and we noticed that retail was buying the stock after hours. We called the short at 79, room to 80 at the open, scale in, have an average, and we said 76.50, which is right here to fill this gap, and it ended up coming the full 100% gap of 75.73 from yesterday's news. Simply an incredible trade. What does it mean for you? On 100 shares, 8,000 buying power, you could have pulled in $400 because you knew where the stock was going to go. 200 shares, 15,000 buying power, you would have made $800. 500 shares, buying power, $4, you would have made $2,000 with $38,000 in buying power. That's awesome calls. And if you're a day trader, that's all you need. One good win, you're off to the beach. You're off to take care of your family. You're off to work. You just need that one trade. But you need the room to tell you. You got to be in that really great quality room. Even if you're a pro's pro, you're not going to want to trade Qualcomm with us with 2,000 shares, 3,000 shares short, knowing where it's going to go. Imagine the big investors in here that take 3,000, 4,000 shares short because of the liquidity of the stock, and it drops 4 points in a blink. They're up 12, 15,000 for the day. And then they go to the beach. See that? I want to give you another one. Fran. Now, Fran was a pure short. There was just no ands, ifs, or buts. What was the headline on Fran? It was actually kind of funny. You know, there's an investor out there that continues to buy stock, right? They add, they buy, they add, they buy. Well, a couple days ago, they bought 95,000 shares at $4. So why is this stock up here? Is there a buyout? I mean, I actually, when I got in, I was thinking, is there a buyout? Did they get, when I'm watching this CNBC stock ticker this morning, I'm like, is that a buyout? Did they just get bought out for $6? I mean, have you ever been to a Fran store? I haven't, but people have told me it's like full of rags. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been there. But are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why are you up when the investor bought it at $4? And they only bought 95,000 shares. It's not like you bought the float. You see how ridiculous it sounds now? And a lot of you did not take the trade in other rooms because it wasn't presented to you. It was the facts weren't given to you why it would be a short to 4. In here, in Awesome Calls Trading, one of the things that I provide, and it's really important, that sets us apart from any other chat room in the world is the ability to provide the right information to help you see why the stock is going to fall apart. Information is everything. Remember that little saying in Wall Street? If you're not on the inside, you're on the outside, looking in. Well, if you're not in this room, you're kind of looking into what we do. That's why you watch the recap videos. That's why you watch our charts, or you see all these reviews, hundreds of reviews a day of people of traders really making really valid money based on our calls because they're on the inside. Awesome Calls is providing them news that they can't get in another chat room, unless, of course, those rooms came from our room, and they just copy and paste our notes, put them in their room, and then they wait for us to execute the trades. And that's it. And then they put it, oh, this trade is going to be good, because they'll be like 40 cents later, because they want to see it actually work, because they're still learning the game. But in here, this is truly, you need to be on the inside, otherwise you're going to be looking on the outside. You need to know why the stock is going to move. We called it perfectly. Pop the stock, short the stock at 5, and you add to it, stock will go to $4 and under, and the stock hit $3.96. Okay, and there it is. So I don't need to sell you a DVD. I don't need to impress you or say, oh, buy this special thing if you want to be with it. Stop. This is just one trade. I got 12 more to go. You want another one? Deuce. Yesterday, this was just a hot topic. Oh my God, their guidance was slashed in half. Oh my God, they just fucked up everything on their financials. I mean, they just blew it. Okay, are you done talking? Okay, now I'm going to trade it. A pro's going to trade it now. So, are you done talking about how horrible they are? What? Just hey, go in a corner, keep talking, and I'm going to trade it because we're a pro room. We're a professional day trader. I don't need your opinion. I already read the news. I already know how to trade it. So what I did, I traded new news for about I don't know 8 years. And one thing about news is they tend to get bought up on weakness. It's kind of one of their things. And so what I had to do this morning is I really had to dig. I'm looking at stock that closed almost at 46, opening up down to 35. Okay, so I'm down 11 points. I already know news is long. I already know automatic. But before I actually can tell a trader where it's going to go, this is what separates the most professional day trader compared to any other chat room. All these chat rooms, I'm a professional day trader. I'm a professional day trader. Listen, bitch, how long you been trading? 2 years? 3 years? Shut up. You know? That's why you just trade in between lines. Okay? No. A real trader, a real pro, can trade anything. He's limitless. Deuce is just another one of his traits. But in order to you to get your great clients to really believe in the call, you've got to set a price. Okay, hot shot. If Noose is along, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? So what I do, and what I did, so I'm going to give you my little secret sauce, is I go and I punch up Noose on my scan. See on my scan? And I start reading all the downgrades. All the downgrades. And I analyze all the price targets. And I just look at each one. And I say to myself, okay, based on what I see here and my evaluation in my 16 years of trading, this is a $39 stock minimum, and it probably room to 40. So I'm going to tell everyone in the chat room, buy the stock long at 35. Give it room in case it pulls, because it could pull. You know, there's that word that could, but I wouldn't be afraid of it if it did. I'd be happy if it did. But scale in, take 500 shares if you want to trade 1,000. Add 250 on a dollar pull, 250 more on another dollar pull. Bottom curl it, go long. But don't be surprised if it just automatically goes to 38, 39, $40 a share. And so what I did, again, you can't tell a trader in hindsight. You got to tell a trader in writing because they're playing with real money. They have real money on the table, real stakes. This is their livelihood. This is how they survive. This is how they pay their bills, just like I do. Okay? So why I'm over there shorting Qualcomm because it's automatic. It's going to 76 because I already told you. I'm already telling hundreds and hundreds of traders that news is going to go to 39.40 today and to buy at 35. Okay? So I come over here and I go boom. $35 a share. I say it's going to go to 39.40 and it already hit 39. And within, I think, the first 15, 20 minutes, it had hit 38.80 almost. This is trading at a whole nother level. See how that worked out? It's beautiful. And it wasn't that I wasn't looking primarily at the guidance because the guidance had already done its destruction on the trade. Remember that. But look at your analyst. And the reason why people can't call these kind of trades is because they don't understand analysts. And because you don't have that forte in the back of you, that knowledge, you're a one-dimensional trader. But in ACT, you have to be the overall trader. You have to understand all elements of the trade and why it's going to go where it's going to go. I'm going to give you two more right here. I want you to look at a stock called DVA and a stock called FMS. Now this morning or last night, CVS announced they're going to do a preclinical trial on one of their products that could hurt DVA on the outcome. okay, on the outcome. What I mean by that is if CVS actually does these things and it becomes more of a standard, it could hurt the value of these stocks. All right. But if they're going to do a preclinical trial just to test it out, the stocks should be able to rebound most of their losses on the gap down. I know this. So after reading the news, these two stocks were tied to the CVS doing a preclinical trial. So I felt that the stocks would probably most likely gap fill or at least go halfway. So I was very precise on each one, and I'll show you how. On DVA, I made it clear when I found it on the scan that DVA that this would move back to $57 or more. So I wanted everyone in the chat room to buy it at 55 and 55.50 at the open. All right. I knew it wasn't going to fully gap fill, but I knew that I could probably get 57 for sure. That's a done one. FMS, I said I'll probably get 38.50. I'm not going to fully gap fill this one, but I'll get at least within the dollar of it. So now we go trade the stock. I even told the traders in pre-market and at the open what their entries should be. This is really important. This is what will make us so. I mean, how many? We had what, 6 subscribers last night come in, uh, just like at midnight, between I think what 9 o'clock and midnight. 5 new subs. Why? It's because they woke up to things like this. So you're going to tell me if I long the stock, I go to 38.50, and if I long this one, I actually make more because I can go to 57. Absolutely. And you're telling me this? No, I'm putting it in writing. Entries, exits, and the reason why. Now you go to the stock. Ready? 55. Remember that magic number 55? I said it would go to 57. Well, guess what? It went to 57.40. Remember the magic number on FMSS? I said it'd go to 38.50. Well, it did. It went to 38.50. Right on the button. Right there. 38.50. You see that? Amazing, huh? Now, I'm going to show you another, a little bit more expensive stock called Tesla. Now, Tesla, you know, you have to be honest, to make these kind of calls on Tesla, you really got to understand the stock. You got to understand the range. Like I know Beyond, right? I can look at Beyond and go, and today I didn't play Beyond. I didn't feel it had the range. And you know what? I was right. But I wake up and Tesla's up $3 or $4. Why is it up? Because Morgan Stanley, all right, and Baird came out with positive comments regarding their, I believe it was, let me double check, but I think it was, they both were upgrading the stock. Baird was for sure, because I saw it on scan. But they were both bringing it up. Baird continues to like the stock as expectations have become overly negative. They have a $355 price target. And Morgan Stanley was out positive regarding the progress of the Shanghai plant. Okay, you got one powerhouse and one so analyst pushing this stock up. So it's in play. Because why? Because the stock closed at 252 yesterday and it's gapping up this morning at 255. This is a trade, an opportunity for the great traders in Awesome Calls Trading that like to trade this kind of stock. So how do you trade it? So I tell everyone in the chat room, this stock will pull at the open. Not, it's going to, I think, maybe, put the lines up, it could. No. I don't give some bullshit range. Oh, it's going to go to $246.30. What? Stop. All right? The stock's going to pull to 254, scale in long, and grab 3 to 4 points to the upside. That's your stop. That's your trade. So you're going to make 2 down, 4 up, 6 points on the trade. All you got to do is nail the points. Right? And so this is what I did. I put Tesla right here, and I said, Tesla, when this pulls at the open to 254, the stock will go back up. I'd long it 254 and take it to 258 to 260. That's your trade. I didn't give you, oh, it's going to 290. Oh my God, it's going to go to 280. Buy 300 calls. I don't do that. I don't do that. You know, I'll never do that. You got to be realistic. You got to understand day trading, the range for the day. All right, not the range for 6 months or the year. The day trade. The range is 254. The range is 258. It was already predetermined that in pre-market. How do you know that? Look, well, if you're gapping up here at 255, 256, I already know I'll probably get a 2 point pop. But on my gap fill, there's no way I'm going to fill the gap to 252 from yesterday's close. Come on, not with that news, not with Morgan and Baird. So I have to be realistic to my day traders. And the realistic thing is that it's a 254 trade. There's the 254. Ding, 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 ding. 254. Long it. Boom. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the day. 250 shares. You're up $1,000. You see how simple that was? This is stuff we do in our sleep. Precision day trading at a whole nother level. Okay. So those are about 6 or 7 ideas that we did today. I wanted to share them with you. It was an amazing day in the room. And as you can tell, we had a lot of great reviews today, as we always do. I have to say, I am really honored of the people in this room. I mean, um, the appreciation that we have for one another and the camaraderie, just the overall, you know, we congratulate each other. There's no ego. You know what I mean? Nobody's trying to be better than somebody else, you know? And we just want to be we just want to pay our bills. I mean, we want to take the opportunities that the market gives us and capitalize them so we can make a living doing this. Because who doesn't want to be done at 1 o'clock? I mean, think about it. Think about it. I don't want to be done. I mean, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon, and enjoy the rest of the day in sunny California. Huh? Or if you're living in Greece or Italy, be done at 9:30, 10, and have the whole night, whole morning, and then go to work at what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I mean, so and then it'd be in Miami. I mean, think about it. But you need to be with a partner, a room that even if you're good and you get better and you get better, you still want to be part of that group that can really identify great trades. Because sometimes you get up and you think, God, today I don't want to think. I want him to think for me. Fucking give me a trade. Give me a Tesla. I'll do 500 up, 500 down, and go back to bed. You know? And other days you kind of like, I want to learn something. I mean, I'm good, but this room can teach me some shit. And there's nothing like learning in day trading. It's just it is the most gratifying thing. You know what I find more gratifying is when you make a trade because you learn something. I listen to webinars from people and say, what AJ teaches you, wait a minute, look at you. Look at you. Look what you just said. What AJ teaches you, you just executed the trade based on what I taught you. Now you're doing it and you're teaching others. This is one of my slogans I've always had. I don't create followers. I create leaders. That's awesome calls. And that's why we're so different. And that's why we continue to grow and prosper and get bigger and get bigger. But we never lose sight of what's the most important thing, you. When people ask me, how many people are in your room? Just you. Just you, baby. It's all that matters to me. Just you. I'm here to help you. What do you need? You know? And that's how you have to utilize this room. Okay? So that's today's webinar. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. You want to be a part of our great room? Who doesn't? Especially after that webinar. Just click any of our links. You know, they're all over the place. But click here. 25 a day, 100 for a week, 97 for a month, or $6 a day. And do I do free trials? Never. I will never do a free trial for anyone ever. Never, never, never. I don't work for free. Never. I never work for free. All right. And I shouldn't have to. I think the opportunities speak for themselves. And believe me, if you lay down 25 bucks, we're going to make you 5 times that. I mean, on your first trade. So don't even worry about that. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. It'll be Thursday. We're going to kick ass. Thursday, right? Hold on. Let me double check. Tomorrow will be Thursday, right? Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.